Hello everyone and welcome back to Japan in Train Simulator Classic. Today we are back on Union Workshop's Wakayama and Sakurai's line route, which is 9 years old at the time of recording, which is pretty insane that this route is this good and is almost 10 years old. Yeah, so we're back in Train Sim Classic after a long break where we're in the JR West, unbranded sadly. The train is unbranded, I mean. 103 series, it's early morning, we're heading up, we're gonna pull out, headed to this station, which is Gojo, then head up to Takada, change ends, and head to Sakurai. So yeah, let's get started. First off, we do need to set the destination blind, as it says with this here. Set your service number aboard to 65A and destination sign to Nara 25. So, if we go over here to this destination blind, we can see that 1 equals A, so we go 6, 5, was it 6, 5? 6, 5, and then 1. That's our train number, which is this. And then to set the destination blind, we need to set this huge roller here to 25. It's a bit hard to finagle correctly, but I think we got it. Then we hit confirm until that light goes out. And there we go, we've got the correct destination blind set. So let's get back in the driver's seat. Reverse forward. Brakes to notch 1. Headlight master switch on and headlights on. There's a 105 series pulling over there. This route is set in the mid-2000s, I'm pretty sure. So nowadays 103 and 105 series have all been retired in favor of the 521 series, which is actually my local EMU in real life in the modern day. So yeah, we have to head to Gojo exit. And yeah, we have to go there. So, center player. Let's go brakes off. And give her... Oops, nope. Forgot I can't use arrow keys in this game. Notch 4. 200 meters. We are clear up to 30 kilometers an hour in the yard. I'll just go up to like 25. Listen to that flange squeal. That is obnoxiously loud. And I know I normally talk about I like having branded stuff in Train Sim World when I make Train Sim World videos, but I can't do it in this case because someone tried to make a JR branding patch for the Japanese content in Train Sim Classic and got taken out by a lawsuit. No, I'm not joking. He got taken out by a literal lawsuit. So yeah, we'll have to. So we have to make do with the unbranded stuff. Notch 5 on the brakes. Put it into reverse. Make sure the points are set. Oops, wrong button. Oh, if I put it back to forward. Okay, it's automatically putting the tail lights on. That's nice, I like that. Gojo platform 1. We haven't gone far enough. Right, back into forward, brakes off. Whoops, wrong button again. Sorry, I'm being a bit incompetent today, viewers. Power. Let's center player. Yeah, I was too close, so yeah, it's okay. Points are finally set. No thanks to my shenanigans. Right, power. Let's go into this camera. Motor sounds are superb. Like, just listen to that. with more screenshots seemingly coming out every month for Union Workshop's Tadami line add-on for TS Train Sim World, I should say, I thought I might as well go back and revisit some of the Japanese stuff in TS Classic. Yeah, we're slightly late, but hey. Can't do anything about it. Let's make sure we get in the platform area. Okay. That was a bit of an atrocious stop. I don't know why the train stopped so quickly. Yeah, we also have some interior views, which are... There's Kinkakuji. It's a gold leaf temple in Kyoto, which I've been to in real life. 2021, I think it was. This and this temple was supplied with gold leaf from the area where I live, which is also very cool. We've also got some blatant Union Workshop advertising. At the time, the only two other Union Workshop add-ons were the Shanghai Maglev and the Story of Forest Rail. Story of Forest Rail, I love. That is a really, really good route. However, the Shanghai Maglev, which thankfully which I don't... Oh, the ATS system got us. That's why. That's why we stopped so abruptly. So, yeah, the Shanghai Maglev, I've heard horror stories about. Oh, yeah, you can see some blatant Story of Forest Rail advertising in lieu of real advertisements. I need to go back on Story of Forest Rail. Despite that being well over 10 years old at this point, it is still one of the best Train Sim Classic routes. Probably put on notch 1 just to be careful. We're probably going to be a bit late today, but can't do anything about that, I'm afraid. And they've also got real-life route maps, which I didn't notice until now. Look at that. That's so cool. And also the manual goes into the... Right, next station is Kitauchi, which... Kitauchi Station, I should warn you in advance, is one of the weirdest... Oh, hello. That was the announcements, which you can't... Which are included with the... Which is included with... In a lot of the base scenarios, and also... You can set them up in the scenario editor yourself if you want to make your own scenarios, which is pretty cool. I don't know how to do that personally, but there are details in the manual if you're interested. So yeah, Kitauchi is a bonkers station. Thankfully, in real life, it has been rebuilt to be just a normal station. But in the time which this is set, Kitauchi is an absolute weird station. Level crossing. Absolutely flying along. I hope the next route Union Workshop remakes for TSW is this line. I hope this gets remade for TSW because, while short, this is a absolutely superb route. Good sounds, brilliant, decent, with a decent level of heft to them, and also with a decent level of functionality. Like, yeah. Like, despite this route being 9 years old, if you shoved this in front of someone who had TS Classic experience but had never played this stuff, they would say that this was a route that's pretty much, I would say, up to modern standards. I know I'm not supposed to sound the horn for every level crossing, but I'm doing it because deep down I am half American. You can't... Yeah. These older EMUs do handle these hills pretty well. Like, we're on a 2% grade and we're holding 60 kilometers an hour, which is, mind you, a bit slow, but I think 60 k's is the maximum line speed, or it could be 80, I'm not sure. That's 3%. Whew. We have got a whistle board on the F3 HUD there. I think my main complaint with TS Classic is there's no timetable mode, and also the scenario editor is a pain if you want to make your own scenarios. And also, that was a 4% grade there, ladies and gentlemen. 4%. The gradients on this line are a tad absurd. Yeah, so we've got a 35 limit, and then we have to shut our... Oh, hello. That's a freeze. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh. Whew. That was close. For some reason, that was a huge freeze I just had. I don't know why that occurred, but I'm not gonna tempt fate again. Alright. This is actually the first non-fictional Japanese route for TSW. While the Kiha 750 is technically not fictional, it's still called a Kiha 07 in real life. There's Kitauchi Station up to our left. I think you can see where I'm going with this when I say this is slightly weird, this station. There's 35 kilometers an hour. Alright, I need to get the whole train into this siding here and back her up into Kitauchi Station. There's the track where we'll leave the station. It's just, we need to... Alright, onto the brakes. We're clear. Into reverse, please. Thank you. Headlights come on automatically when you're in reverse, which is pretty cool. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on, come on. Let's release the brakes to notch 1, just enough to hold us. Right. Oh, I should check just to see that we're... Yep, tracks are lined up. Sound the horn. Back her up. "25 kilometers an hour should be enough." Wait a minute. Is that the way we're supposed to go? Yeah, it is. Okay, I just had a panic attack. Well, no. I shouldn't say that. I should say I panicked slightly. I thought we were supposed to come in on this track when we're coming in on this track right here. Alright. Give her a notch 1 on the brakes. Open the doors. Forward. There we go. Welcome to Kitauchi. We're supposed to be here. Oh, we're actually running on time. Surprisingly. I don't know how we're doing that. Japanese trains are famous for their punctuality, but whenever I get one of my pause on a Japanese train in TS Classic, I generally have one or two massive skill issues that put me far behind the schedule. Oops, that's the wrong button. So is it? Oh, that's the fly past cam. I forgot they had a fly past cam in this game. Yeah, no. Okay. Yoshinoguchi. Okay, we're lined up. Alright, what the guy in the announcement just said was the next station is not only just Yoshinoguchi, but you can also get off for the Kintetsu line. One reason I can't wait for the Tadami line is because announcements are now a base feature in Train Sim World, so we know that we'll get Japanese announcements on the Tadami line, which I cannot wait for. That sounds absolutely awesome. Alright, maximum beans up to 60 kilometers an hour. And despite the fact we're on a 2% grade, we are making pretty light work of it, which is pretty nice. There's off to the right is the track we were using to back the train in. Thankfully, Kitauchi in the modern day has been rebuilt, so there's just one through platform, and there's no shenanigans with backing in or reversing, which is very helpful. Looks like in the day this route was built, this expressway was getting built. I believe in the modern day that's complete and operational. Okay, we are starting to go downhill. And it looks as though we're going straight through the middle of look at the jigsaw puzzling that's going on here. Wow. Alright, we are going to turn the power off because we are on a downhill grade for the next section. OBS is still capturing nicely. Whoa, okay. Notch 2 on Notch 1? Is that enough to hold us? Okay. On a 3% grade, Notch 1 is not enough, but I'd expect that. So, Notch 2 is actually enough to slow us down, so... I do love the built-in announcements and the scenarios, like... You don't get too many scenarios, but what scenarios you do get are exquisitely crafted. Like, Union Workshop, they knew what they were doing. Whoopsie, that was Notch 5. For some reason it seems to be lagging a bit. Don't know where that's happening. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. How's performance doing? 33 FPS, Train Sim Classic, more than enough. Excuse me. Yoshinoguchi is in 3.7 kilometers. Whoa, okay. That's enough, buddy. Oh, okay. We're on a level grade. Ah! No, wrong button. That's the button. Right. We're on a pretty much level grade now, so let's just get ourselves back up to speed here. Beautiful morning sky. I believe, like with Armstrong Powerhouse's Sky and Weather Enhancement Pack, you can modify nominally incompatible routes to be compatible, but A, I don't have that pack because I think Armstrong Powerhouse are just a rip-off these days, and B, I think it's just, I don't know how to do that because I'm not a modder. Oh, we're starting to head downhill again, so cut power. Not too much traffic around at 6:30 in the morning, but I'd expect that. But just puttering around on this route is just great. It's not... Yeah, it's not the longest. It's only like 30 kilometers long. But what is here is so exquisitely done that, yeah. Yeah, if you have Train Sim Classic, you need to pick this route up. Oh, and you can even hear water bubbling along. That's so cool. I love how also the train sounds change when you're going over the bridge. That's sick. Because that's what happens with Japanese trains in real life too. Japanese trains do that all the time because they run on unwelded 3-foot 6-inch gauge, so there's a lot of ka-chunk noises and yeah, because of the way bridges are made, the trains get a lot louder going over the bridges. Just wish we had more Japanese stuff in train simulators in general. Like, we have, granted, we have JR East Train Sim. Whoa, okay. JR East Train Sim, which is the only train simulator I know of made by the actual train operator. But other than that, I do not know of much Japanese content for Train Sim. There's a few Japanese routes for TS Classic made by Union Workshop, and then there's JR East Train Sim, and that's pretty, on the English side of things, that's pretty much it. Are those cherry trees? Those are cherry trees! Due to me having to go to Britain this year, I actually missed cherry blossom season in Japan, so seeing them is like seeing old friends, old mates. Which is pretty decent. Like, yeah. Okay, we've got a yellow... Okay. That's not an emergency brake. That's just telling us we have a red signal coming up. And it's a very, actually quite a handy reminder to have that. Yeah, so we have got a red signal after Yoshinoguchi, so I gotta be careful. I know it's annoying, but it's a very handy reminder if you do have a red signal coming up. As you will see in my next Diesel Railcar Sim video, I recorded that a bit back, and yeah, I had some fun. Let's just say. Need to find a forecast stop marker. Where are you, buddy? I could just stop here. Okay. If we have a look around, there's a 105 series coming in. That's presumably the reason for our red signal. Heading to Wakayama, according... Oh, it's a... Yeah, it's a rapid service heading to Wakayama. Cool. Look at all those cherry trees, man! Like, they look... A lot of them are two-dimensional, but... In Train Sim Classic, I don't really care. You can't really see. Oh! Forgot to open the doors. Well, at least they're early. Yeah. That's honestly beautiful. Like, in the morning sunlight, this valley is absolutely beautiful. Hang on. I want to try and capture the station with the cherry blossoms. Like... Yeah, like, that looks good. For me, like that, I think that looks decent. You get some of the blue effect that you get from the route being, yeah, but other than that, perfect. That's gorgeous. That's not even going to be the thumbnail. That's just me taking that picture because I think that looks beautiful. Like, Train Sim Classic can occasionally look absolutely just stupendous, and this is one of those times. Like, that's gorgeous. Oh man. Doing this in I didn't realize this was set in cherry blossom season. So, yeah. I think I stopped too early. Yeah, the doors of the rear carriage aren't open. Whoops. Oh well. And I was early too, so yeah. Is that... No, that... Okay, we have got a green, which is nice. Alright, next up, Wakayama. Oh, here. Alright. Here we go. Next up, yeah, I always said it was Wakayama. Look at, okay, I think I have to get a shot with all these cherry trees. We're clear up to 80! Nice. Alright, I think I know the exact spot. Is this like a good spot for it? Yeah, I think so. Just wish I could get rid of that annoying lens flare, but if I turn that off in the settings, then the headlights just do not render. So, yeah. Let's try and get a good shot here. Yeah, that's like a... if I just angle that down slightly. There we go. I think that's perfect. That's beautiful. Oh, I didn't zoom it in enough. Hang on. That was my bad. That's my bad, guys. I have it as specific FOV I've got it zoomed in at. Thankfully, we didn't miss the opportunity. But, yeah. I'm actually... Yeah. I did not realize it was even cherry blossom season in game. That's so cool. Ah, I'm having trouble aligning it. Hang on. There we go. Alright. Enough thumbnail shenanigans. Let's get up to 80. We are rocketing along now. How's performance doing? Hovering around 45 to 50 FPS, which is nice. Wakayama in 2 kilometers. Now that we're somewhat out of the mountain section, we do start to get into more of the, like, you know, populated area. So we do start to get more stations. I love how even if you go like 0.1 of a kilometer an hour over it, the ATS system lights up with that orange light you see there. And it says, nope, you can't be doing that, sunshine. You need to slow down. That's hilarious. Come on, notch one. Yeah, we do have a 45 limit coming into Wakayama, so yeah. Mr. Announcer seems to have disappeared. If you want to find out more about this route, DC 4260 Productions actually made a review of this route over on his channel. So I'd highly recommend you go check that out, because that is a great review. While he doesn't have too much knowledge about Japanese railways, he does make a cracker. He does make some absolutely cracking TS Classic and TSW reviews. So I recommend go check him out if you haven't already. Absolutely great guy. Wakayama, and it actually doesn't say what time we're supposed to get there. Hmm.
まもなく脇上です。お出口は左側です。
Here we go, Wakayama. Another of the 2 platform stations. There's a little overbridge. Notch 7 on the brakes. Full stop. Doors open. Out you get. Oops, notch 1. Okay, so what time are we supposed to get here? Oh, in 5 seconds. We're still running early. That's awesome. I hate these massive headlight flares, but that A, that's a TS Classic thing that was present in the game at this time when the route was made. And B, if I turn that off, the headlights just do not render at all. So, yeah, there's the sun coming up. Actually, I think that's another perfect screenshot. I'm just taking screenshots today. I don't know why. I just think this is great. Oh, is that Ford? Yeah, this is Ford. Yeah, we're about to be off. Let's do a launch, why don't we? Hang on. I'll put the camera right here. Beads. Another thing which I do like about this route is that there's rail ping, like the... Oh, hello. Yeah. That's something you don't even find in Trains of World that much nowadays. Even in Trains of World, I think that's only implemented on the Mild May Line and Sandpatch grade. Clear up to 60, 900 meters to Tamade, which is, I believe, like a little rural stop, so we will have to be careful, as it will have a shorter platform. I love running on this line. I don't revisit this, the Wakayama and the Train Sim Classic in general, I mean, like, too often. But when I do play it, I play it, and I tend to play the Japanese stuff. And yeah, this is excellent. Another little bridge there. I believe I've taken a thumbnail for one of my previous videos on this line there before. Let's get some brakes going. There's Tamade Station, or Eki. Right, let's hear Mr. Announcer pipe up in the back. Does it go... Do I actually stop here? I actually don't know. I think this is an all stops local, so yeah, I think I'd definitely stop here. Yeah, there we go. That guy actually sounds like a genuine announcer. Like, I can't... That's hardly... You can hardly tell that from the real thing. I think they just hired a Japanese guy, or had one of their own developers do that do the announcements for this line, but that's barely indistinguishable from the real thing. Yeah, I'm having a blast. Tamada is actually a bit bigger than I remember it to be, like the whole station canopy thing. Yeah, we're actually here until for another 20 seconds. Listen to those birds. Like the ambient sounds as well are absolutely spot on for this line. Like, I really do mean they are absolutely spot on. Like the insects, the birds. Because it's spring, you don't have the cicadas going absolutely mental like they would in real life. Because it's, well, I bet you in summer, if you put this game in summer and went for a drive, you'd probably hear those blatantly loud cicadas. Like, genuinely, I can't have my windows open when I'm recording in the summer, because the cicadas would just drown me out. I'm not kidding, it's that bad. Next stop, Gose. And
次は5世です。
you'll notice that every time, like, the next station is actually displayed on here, so I should have kept an eye on that. Which is pretty cool. Oh, forgot to reset to the camera. There we go. We're clear back up to 60. Hopefully that 80 section wasn't a fluke, but okay. Some more very nice looking Japanese houses right here. Much 4 on the brakes. For the 45 limit. 45 limit in force. I think it would be pretty easy to run this route HUDless. You would have to be pretty careful, but yeah. But other than that, it'd be pretty easy to run this route HUDless, I must say. 40. Gose in 900 meters. I think the lower speed limit's for this big bridge right here. Look at this chunker. $600 meters to go. I won't sound the horn since we're in the middle of a residential area, and that might be considered a bit rude at 6:40 in the morning. Look at all those cherry trees! And they've got petals as effects. I did not realize that. That's actually so cool. Alright, 300 meters. Green signal. Getting our trot of brakes on the go. There's a 105 series patiently waiting for us. Hello, mate. Yeah, another rapid to Gojo. Well, the previous one was a rapid to Wakayama, which is like one of the main cities in this area, but that one's heading to Gojo, which is the station we started out from today. Right, let's leave it enough room so we can get a decent distance to the platform. Yeah, there we go. That's got to be decent enough. Doors open. Yeah, welcome to Gose. So what stations have we got left? Yamato Shinjo Takada, which is where we change gens. Kanahashi, Unebi, Kaguyama, and Sakurai. Okay, so not... yeah, a decent amount of stations left. Yeah, we're at this station for a long time. Let's have a look around with drone camera. Let's have a look at the station. So we've got like a typical Japanese overbridge style. Mr. Rapid here. Oh, he's just leaving. Let's actually watch him leave. I actually want to see this. Oh my goodness, that was a rapid start. What in the world? That thing took off like a stung horse. My goodness. Never seen that before. I didn't realize the AI on this route was that janky. It absolutely took off. I've never been able to get that performance out of the 105 series before. Good heavens. Just wait until we're clear to go. Next up, Yamato Shinjo.
次は大和新城大和新城です。
I beat the announcement man to it. Feeling proud of myself. So it's Yamato Shinjo Takada, I think it is. Yeah, now we start getting into the more urban area of the route. We're now clear up back up to 80. We could go for it. So yeah. Like, the whole, like, Takada area is like a pretty sizable urban area. Like, a couple 100,000 people. So yeah, Yamato Shinjo in 1.5 kilometers. It's just a pity that, yeah, Train Sim Classic is just so flawed in many ways. And I know I could say the same about TSW, but like, Train Sim Classic, you could like, a lot of the underlying code for this game is based on Microsoft Train Simulator from, what is it, 2001? And you can definitely tell this game is definitely showing its age, and not in a good way. More petals knocking about. Nice. There's the station. Let's get notch 4 of brakes on. Look at these. Honestly, there's just an endless succession of level crossings.
大和新城大和新城です。お出口は左側です。
That person's just standing in midair. Lovely. Yamato Shinjo. And we're here for a long time again. But we're still early. That's all I ask. Listen to those insects. Isn't that a bit soothing? Wow, we are actually here for a while. My goodness. So yeah, what? So... Don't break the game, don't break the game, don't break the game, don't break the game. Please do not break the game, please. Don't break the game, come on, not another stutter. Oh no. Phew, okay. Okay, it didn't break OBS either, so that's good. So yeah, this route is basically arranged in two different ways. So you start off down here, go up, Kintetsu line follows you for a bit, and then goes off again. There's no AI for that. You're up here, Takada, change ends, Sakurai. Pretty simple. Yeah, I'll just zoom the map out, just in case that fixes the issue. Yeah, that should fix the issue that I've been having. There we go. Readjust the camera a bit. Now we're supposed to go. Next stop, Takada, where we change ends.
次は高田です。
We're straight up to 80. So we've got a 45 to the 35 limit into Takada. So I think we've done over halfway now. Oh my goodness, that was a stutter and a half. One kilometer to the 45 limit. You can leave sorry, can't English. You can leave the braking pretty late in this train, but get notch 1 going just as a precautionary measure. Notch 2. Yeah, you can definitely tell in asset heavy areas that the game is beginning to suffer slightly. Oh my goodness. Another track going overhead. Don't know what that one is. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the lines in this area. I've never been here in real life, so yeah. Alright, 45 limit in force. .500 meters to the 35 limit. Alright, 200 meters to the 35 limit, not sure what brakes. My goodness, that noise always scares the living crap out of me. Even though it's just for a red signal. Takada Platform 2. So yeah, like Takada is the biggest and busiest station on the route by far. Overshot the stop marker a bit, but we're okay. Shush. Right, finally. Okay, so I gotta shut down this cab, so... Nope. No, I need to... No, put those in full. Reverser, neutral. Instrument lights. Then don't know. Yeah, I'll find out. So yeah, there's another 105 series coming in. Haven't seen any other 103 series today. That's funny. Instrument lights. Please tell me the headlights work. Yes! Okay, that's good. That is very good. I believe they are ready to go. Nice. Yeah, there's the... Yeah, for the 65A to nada. There's the... Yeah, look at... It's producing like a petal effect. And wait, they used a 2D model of a real cherry blossom. That's sick. That is actually so cool. Let's just make sure we've got the... Uh-oh. Oh no. Come on. Okay, phew. For some reason it's freezing the game, and that never used to happen. Okay, it's got the correct one set. And I'm not opening that map again, because that kills my game for some reason. Nope. Should probably get the camera. There we go. Yeah, and it's still picking everything up. Lovely. Have I said in this video that I love this line? Probably a couple of times, but I still do. I absolutely love this line. Oh, let's turn the camera around so we actually get the correct, facing the correct way. Yeah, there we go. Just wait until the doors close. There goes the 105 series. Absolutely taking off again. I don't get why the AI does that, man. Right. Sakurai. Maximum beans.
次は金橋です。
Yep. Kanahashi is our next stop. I believe it's Kanahashi... Hang on. Just want to check. It's Kanahashi, Unebi, Kaguyama, and Sakurai. Okay. Right. Up to 30 out of here. There's the line that we came from, and here's the line where we're going. Come on, buddy. Let's go up to 50. At least 50 is better than 30. Oh, actually, no, we're clear up to 80 now, so... Nice. More petals. $7:03 in the morning. Kanahashi. Early again, which is nice. Oh, I just said it in emergency by mistake. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Let's have a look at the brake gauge. Does it release? Yes, it does. Okay. Phew. That's close. There we go. Welcome to Kanahashi. Unebi, Kageyama, and Sakurai remain. Shelter in the way. That's funny. Unebi next. Clear up to 80 again. So we travel along this embanked section of track. Embankment, you know what I mean. Whee! Down the hill we go. I don't know why that section of line is raised, but that's pretty funny. Pretty cool nonetheless. We have got signals, so we might have a red. I think this is a passing point. Gentle braking. That's the ticket. Literally, we're traveling by train. Oh, there's another train. It's yet another 105 series. Who could have guessed? Ooh, this has to be one of the nicest stations on the route with the cherry blossom trees right alongside the track. That's beautiful. Full stop, please. And open the doors. That's beautiful. This is a nice station, this is. I think my favorite station on the route is I don't know. All of them are nice. I like all of them, but this has to be a top contender. And there goes the 105 series again, taking off like an absolute rocket. My goodness. I've never seen a train take off that fast. Kaguyama next. Speed. It's maximum power.
Kaguyama です。
To just over 2.5 kilometers. Oh my goodness, this is steep. Whee! Feels like I'm on a roller coaster. Let's give it like notch 2. Just try to get up to line speed. Oh my goodness. That felt like an absolute roller coaster. I love how the pedals go right through the train. That's hilarious. But as this is Train Sim Classic, I do have to expect jank. There's Sakurai on the map. If any of you have stuck around this long in the video, thank you. Really appreciate you. Come on. Let's gently finagle it into Kaguyama, which is our second to last stop of the day.
Kaguyama です。お出口は左側です。
Max service on the brakes. Yeah. Kaguyama, then Sakurai. Which is appropriate. Saku, with the Saku part being the... Is it the same kanji as Sakura? I don't know. I think it is. Sakura being Japanese for cherry blossom, and it's cherry blossom season, so it's appropriate that we're heading to Sakurai. This is really relaxing. I haven't had such fun driving a train in ages. I think it was just too much Train Sim World. I think I was just getting Train Sim World out, and I think I needed a break, and I needed something to keep me sane, and this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Like, driving this is such a vibe. Like, what an absolute great unit. Thank you, Union Workshop, for giving us such an exquisite piece of machinery. Beans Sakurai in 1.5 kilometers. Yeah, it's the same. If you have a look at that, that first kanji is... Yeah, so Sakurai is actually the first kanji is the same as in Sakura, which is Japanese for cherry blossom, is cherry blossom season, so yeah, it's pretty appropriate. Yeah, so what the guy said at the end of that announcement was, next stop, the whole announcement was, next stop Sakurai, a light here for the Kintetsu line, which is a privately operated one. But private railways in Japan, even usually private railways, the government, local government usually has a stake in said private railways. So yeah, they're not exactly private as such. They usually have quite a large. The local government usually has quite a large stake in them because they're vital to the local area, and I totally understand that. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, coming in for Sakurai. There's the Kintetsu line, which is elevated off to our left. Sadly, we don't get any AI for it, but it doesn't really matter. Again, almost got the jump scared the living hell out of me. Oh my gosh. That ATS system, man. It's so loud. Here we go. Here is the end of the line. After a pretty uneventful run, I must say. Try to stop near-ish the end of the platform. There's the stop marker, and we missed it, but hey, doesn't matter. Oh, we almost... Ah! That was close. This door's still open now. I'll take that as a win. Yeah, welcome to Sakurai, everybody. After an uneventful, pretty much uneventful, trip from Gojo. Now I just gotta wait for the train to finish up. Yeah, so I can show you the elevated platforms while we're here. This is what they look like. Yeah, they haven't got any detail on them. See what these local buildings say. You're some kind of electronics company. Norden? Huh. Then you're some kind of ramen restaurant. You're a bank, Ginko. And then you're a bookshop. I recognize those kanji. I can't remember how to read them, but yeah, that's a bookstore. Alright. And then Game World, that's obvious what that is. Yeah. Well done, you've completed the scenario successfully. I can't shut that off. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be all for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly had a lot of fun. And I will see you all in the next video, which yeah. Won't be around tomorrow, but yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.